Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my subscribers. And as always, thank you for your support here on YouTube, in the Etsy store, and in the Facebook junk journaling sites. So today we are going to make a folio using one sheet. All right, so let's get started. I have a digital here that I've done some pre-work to just keep the video moving along. It is 8 by 10 1/2, and I made a cut. My first cut was 3 1/2. So you're going to have a sheet now that is 3 1/2 by 10 1/2. Then with the remainder of that, I made another cut. Okay, so the next cut that I made was 3 3/4 by 10 1/2. Then I took this and I did another cut. So I cut it at 7 inches, okay? And then I took this sheet, that is now 7 inches by 3 3/4. I folded it in half, okay? Then I had this remaining piece here, and the remaining piece was 3 1/2 by 3 3/4, and I cut that in half. So I cut it so that it was 1 3/4. So each piece is now 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. Then I am left with this strip that is 3/4 by 10 1/2. So we are going to use pretty much everything that we have cut out here. Okay, so the first piece that I cut out, remember, that piece was 3 1/2 by 10 1/2. So I am going to do some scoring. I'm going to turn this over, and I am going to score at 2 1/4. Okay, I'm gonna do that twice. And then I'm going to score again at 6 1/2. Okay. And let me just get that burnished. Get the other side burnished. Now the side that is the short side, I'm going to use my rounder, my corner rounder, and I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'll get the other side. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to glue this down. But before I do any gluing down, I'm going to take my vintage photo and I'm going to do some distressing, and then I will be right back. Okay, so we have things distressed with the exception of one piece, and we will come back to this later. So what I want to do is I want to get things glued down now. So this is the outside of the folio, and this will be the inside. So it looks like everything is going to line up well. I don't think I'm going to have anything sticking out, you know, a little lip or something on the edge. So I am going to glue 3 sides. I'm going to glue this side, and this side, because this will be a pocket for us. Okay, and in fact, let me just notch things out. Okay, so I lost a little bit of my distressing, so I'm going to put that back on. Okay, and again, I'm going to glue 3 sides, and I know now not to glue where I have the notch. Alrighty, and I smeared a little bit of glue on the inside, so I want to make sure that nothing is glued down where it shouldn't be glued down. So I think we'll be okay. If there's an issue, then again, I'll use my bone folder to clear that out. So what I want to do with this section here, I have made some notepads for this, and the notepads are, they are 3 1/4 by 3 5/8 of an inch. And what I'm going to do is, remember that strip that we had on the end? I am going to glue the strip to the top of the notepad so that it has a finish. Okay, so let me get some glue down. Let's see, it's about that wide. Okay. And then I'm going to use paper here as a guide to cut. Okay, good enough. And I'll put the distress back on. And then I have another pad, and I'm going to do the same thing with that one. Okay, so I want to glue these down. And I'm going to glue that at the top, and I'm going to try to get that as centered as best as I can. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And try to get that in the center as best as I can. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, it's okay. It's just a demonstration. Okay, so we have our notepads down, and then we want to make another pocket. So we'll make a pocket over here, and because this will be too short to make a pocket here, It'll look kind of funny. So we'll make the pocket here. And I just need to cut off a little bit. So what I'm going to do is hold this way. And we're going to get a pencil and just kind of get an idea of how much I need to snip off. Okay, so we know that from here to here it's about 3.5 inches. So, okay. And I'm going to snip this and then I will be right back. Okay, so we have our 3.5 inches, right? And let me get this distressed again. And you can notch things out if you like, or you can leave things as is. And let me get this glued down. I'm going to glue down 3 sides. Okay. So while we're waiting for these things to dry, we have this section here, and that's where this last piece comes in. So what we want to do is we want to create a closure. So I'm going to use a 1-inch hole punch, and I need to get 3 holes out of this. So I should be able to. So there's 1. There's 2. And there's the 3rd one. So 2 of these we are going to glue together. And then what you'll need to do is you'll take a small hole punch. This is not your standard hole punch. This one is the standard hole punch. So this is a tiny one. This is about, a 1/16 of an inch. And I am going to try to get this as close as possible to the center. What I'm probably going to do first is I'll probably do a pencil mark. And it looks about centered. All right. Okay, and we're not aiming for perfection too much because it's just the demonstration. This hole we're going to leave solid. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll just get the outside of it distressed. So we're going to use this, and we'll get this one distressed as well. Okay. And then we're going to use a brat. So let me get one of those. I have Tim Holtz, some brats from Tim Holtz. And we just need one. What we're going to do now is we'll take that same hole punch and we'll try to get in the center as best as we can. We won't go too far up, okay? And not aiming too much for perfection because it's a demonstration. So there we are. And then we will take the one that we put a hole in, we'll run the brat through it, and then we will put that through this little tiny hole that we created. We'll open that up on the other side. Okay, And then we'll take this one and we'll glue it over it to hide it. Okay, and we'll let that dry. So now with all of the pieces, this is all that we have left over from everything that we used. So this is the base for the folio. So we have let me just fold this over. We have a 1-sheet folio, and now we need to put something in it, and then we'll use a string to keep it all closed. So I have some cards from the kit, and I printed these at 85. So these would fit in here, the 85%, and you can put a couple in there. Okay. And then I printed these at 80%. So we'll get a couple of these in there as well. So these were 85%, the way that I printed them, and the bottom part is 80%. So now we have all of our cards and things in place, and let's do some decorating. So we need some labels. So let's pull out some labels. And let's see what we have here. We'll put some labels on. Let's see. Notes. So we'll put a notes label. We'll get another label on here. And how about we put a label? Let's put a label here. Okay, so now what we'll do is this closes this way, this closes this way, this closes this way, and if you like, we can put another label on there. Okay, so now I have a piece of twine that is 23 inches long, and I want to just get this underneath here. Okay. try to tuck that in. Okay, and then we'll close this up. Okay, and then if you like, you can snip a little bit more of the rope off, or you can tuck it somewhere. I'm just going to snip a little bit off. I'm not going to snip a lot off. So I have a little piece sticking up there from the twine. Okay, and then you can always decorate the back. But that is our project for today. Okay, everyone, if you like this video, please share, please hit the like button, and please subscribe. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.